Will you get slower by running longer distances?
You might think that going from running 10 kilometers to running a marathon or even ultramarathons will make you slower. This is not necessarily true, and I would even say that running longer distances and specifically running higher volume throughout the week will make you faster. Today I will explain why that is the case, and I will show you how you can maintain your speed while stepping up in distance. Let's go! In this amazing sports, there are many different distances that appeal to different people. And of course, your favorite distance will affect how you train. But sometimes runners tend to view this a little too black and white. They might think that you can either run long distances, for example, half marathons, marathons, or even ultra running, or that you can run fast for shorter distances, let's say 1500 meters up to the 10K. But if we look at successful runners from the 1500 meters up to the marathon, we actually see that their training is way more similar than we would expect. This does stop being true when we go even shorter, for example 800 meters and shorter. But if you want to run your first half marathon and improve your 5K PR at the same time, it's super likely that you can do this with very similar training. For example, runners will often improve their 5K and 10K times while training for a marathon. And the reason for that is that volume is king. It's not the only important factor, but it is the most important one. And in marathon prep, runners just tend to run way more than when they're focusing on shorter distances. And even though the training plan isn't specifically designed to help you run a faster 5K, the extra volume will improve your overall aerobic fitness, and often that will be enough to make you way faster in shorter distances. And this is supported by a study published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research in 2019 that looked at the first 7 years of training of 85 elite runners ranging from the 5,000 meters up to the marathon. It found that the most correlated factor with world-class performance was the amount of easy running. So as long as you continue to train your speed with short, fast repetitions, it's very unlikely that longer distances and specifically higher training volumes will make you slower. They're actually way more likely to make you a faster runner. There are some considerations though. Just jogging along, counting kilometers will not always make you faster if you don't practice that skill. And speed is a skill that you can practice. No matter the distance, I always advise runners to work on their top sustainable speed, meaning the speed that you could maintain for around 800 to 1500 meters. This will improve your running economy, meaning that it will take less energy for you to maintain a certain submaximal pace. Plus, it trains the neuromuscular and biomechanical aspects that you need to train in order to run fast. That sounds complicated, but it just means that you have to practice running fast. And this is important for any distance, if you have any intention about running a certain pace, running a certain time, or even chasing a cutoff in an ultramarathon. Of course, your time to train and your ability to recover are finite and you won't be able to do everything. But the amount of training needed to maintain your speed or even improve your speed might be less than you think. And if you're currently not doing any speed training, you could go a long way by just doing strides 2 to 3 times a week, and it will not add any significant strain on your body. I will make a how to do strides video in the future, so subscribe if you want to see that. But these are basically 15 to 30 second accelerations where you go as fast as you can while maintaining long distance form and without straining or sprinting. So this whole sentence is important, not just the as fast as you can part. They're supposed to feel light, fast, and relaxed. And remember, you can practice running fast without running hard. And when you first start doing strides, hill strides, or any sort of short repetitions with longer rests, you will probably think to yourself that there's no way that this can make you a better runner because you're not out of breath. But that's the whole point. This is not supposed to be taxing for your endurance. You're just practicing running fast. And I think that if you add this into your training 2 to 3 times a week, you will not have to worry about longer distances and definitely not higher volumes making you slower. So this is good news. Apparently you can do it all. If you continue to train pretty much all year round, stack up the easy kilometers, have a somewhat intelligent training intensity distribution, meaning around 80% easy, around 20% harder, and you practice the skill of running fast, you will be in your best possible all-around running form, and then you can do short periods where you prepare specifically for any distance. This can also be a lot more fun because you have more distances to improve at and you have more chances to get some PRs. I hope this was useful or interesting. If it was, you can subscribe, and you can also subscribe to my email newsletter that currently goes out every week to around 3,000 people, where I give training insights, tips, and just some funny stories. I've been doing this in Icelandic now for a couple of years, and from now on I will also send an English version, so that will be the first link in the description. Takes you 30 seconds and you can unsubscribe anytime, but you probably won't because my emails are great, I promise. This is one of the most fun things I do each week. I love getting feedback on those and talking to people, so it's also a great way to connect, and you are always free to answer those, ask any questions that might arise, and so on. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.